Ladies and gentlemen, babes and bubbers, he's back. I'm joined by my good friend Percy.
Hey Joe,
we are jumping back on boards to the long abandoned series. We was meant to be doing this once a week.
I think we are. May have been before Christmas, right?
Oh, right before Christmas, surely. But here it is, volume 3 of What the Fuck Happened to AFI, the band that was so cool and now are so bland.
Yeah, and I've got to.
We'll be going. Every episode we'll be going album by album and just seeing if we can decipher exactly what went wrong. And who knows, we may even get into the new albums and go, actually, these aren't as bad as we thought. So, you know, you can't stop progress, as they say. And we will be monitoring the progress of this said band as we go along. So we need to do a bit of because it's been a while since the last episode. We finished with we did Answer That and Stay Fashionable. Then we did the other one.
I think that was possibly the worst AFI album, the one before this. Very proud of you.
Very proud of you. That's it. Yeah. A very snotty.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Oh, nice. What are you filling it with?
Oh, my birthday present from my
nice. Oh yes, happy belated. It wasn't today, was it? It was yesterday. Yeah. Although yesterday means nothing, considering I don't know when this is going up.
I'm not sure. I might put it out either tomorrow. I might put it out for the weekend. Actually, we'll see.
Cool. Is this the first sip of that? Is it good?
That's very good.
Yeah. Everyone's making their own beer these days. Like there's like Hot Water Music one, fucking Rise Against, although that's probably some fucking vegan shit. Motorhead.
That's a rum.
Yeah. Rum, yeah.
It is getting a bit silly now, I think.
I mean, I'm guessing a lot of people are just looking for alternative ways of making money right now.
Yeah. If you can hear my dog going absolutely ape shit at the moment. Next door.
So we finished. We've done 2 of the albums.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if we're doing EPs, are we?
Is there an EP between that and this then? I know
there's an EP next, the Fire Inside EP, and then I think there will be another EP which is Black Sails.
No. Right. No. Well, Black Sails is just a couple of songs.
Yeah, I think it might have like a B-side or some bullshit, right?
You'll have to do the Fire Inside EP yourself, I'm afraid, because I've not had a go on that. I know there's All Hallows Eve.
Yeah,
that's after Black Sails.
Yes, that's a really fucking good EP as well.
Yeah, that is an awesome EP. I've got that. I thought I had a physical copy of Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes, but I can't find it. Yeah. But I guess most notably with this album, this is the first one with... Is this the first one with Hunter?
This is the first album that's got everyone in it.
Right.
Although Jade is only doing backing vocals.
Yes, right, that's it. Jade does backing vocals, and then he joins on guitar for the next album.
That's right.
And that is we will see a major switch.
Huge switch. Before this,
technically, this is the first album with all of the current lineup, even though Jade's not actually playing guitar, but he is doing backing vocals.
But and obviously
backing vocals on the last 2 albums as well, didn't he? He was always.
I think he did. I mean, he was in Redemption '87 and stuff like that, so. He was huge in the scene. I think he was in Fury '66, but that might be me being a little bit wrong.
Anyway, all okay. Yeah.
Cool. So this is what I'm excited about this, and we were talking about this last episode.
But this is the one that the Hunter debuts on.
Yes,
bass. Right.
That's right. Also. I consider this the Holy Trinity of AFI, right?
I've got one as well.
Oh, nice. So you got obviously this album, then you've got Black Sails, and then you've got The Art of Drowning.
Yeah, that to me I would actually go Black Sails, Art of Drowning, and then Sing the Sorrow
Really?
as a trilogy. Yeah,
Yeah. I think they
but
flow better. Definitely.
yeah,
You can.
because that they go like the goth element starts with
Mm,
Black Sails, and then they go full goth on
yeah.
Sing the Sorrow, and
Yeah.
then Art of Drowning is just that little Goldilocks. It's the
Ah,
porridge is
they.
just right. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the mix between the punk, the hardcore, and the goth aspect.
They just fucking
Um,
nailed it, and it upsets me that there are people that will say that album's shit because it's AFI.
which one? Sing the Sorrow.
Pretty much. I was talking about Art of Drowning, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, how's that shit album? That's
Exactly. Well, it's
probably
just
their best. Yeah.
but it's the same people who, I've. I think we were talking about it. I writ off Five Finger Death Punch. Never listened to them
Yeah.
because everyone listens to them, and the people I see post about them on Facebook are fucking normies.
Yeah. Yeah. They're an entry level band.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
someone made me listen to one of their albums, and I was like, you know what? They're not bad.
No,
They're not bad at all. But yeah, you're
no,
right.
I wouldn't go so far to say I was a fan, but
Yeah,
they don't deserve the stick they get.
no.
They're an entry. To me, they're just an entry level metal
Mm.
band. They're that first album that a 14-year-old buys, and then if he likes it and he's casual, he'll leave it at that. But if he really likes it, he will then go on to get into metal,
Yeah.
and from what I gather, they do like a cover version as well. So I think they've done like Faith No More.
Oh, really?
That 14-year-old's going to go, well, who's that Faith No More band then?
Yeah.
And then he'll check out Faith No More. Then he'll, no one, no one, no one's born with a fucking Hellhammer t-shirt or a
Yeah.
Discharge hoodie. No one's born with a mohawk. Everyone starts somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the wrestler soundtrack, isn't it? It's as the wrestler walks to the ring,
Yeah. Yeah.
but every metal has that, fucking get over yourself. Yeah, I've got not a major fan, but
Yeah.
yeah.
If you were to put them on, I'd go. Oh,
You
it's
normally
all right.
find the people that are beating their chest and slagging them off the loudest are generally the, people that have got a point to prove. It's like, oh, I don't like them. So good for you. You don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm past all that.
Yeah.
I probably would have been one of those dickheads.
I definitely would have. I mean, Linkin Park, mate. Back in the day, I fucking hated Linkin Park. Not so much. I thought, they were competent, but it's what they did.
Yeah.
Whereas, suddenly there were people that used to call me grunger were now into metal.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but
it's the whole t-shirt thing. It's the Top Shop
yeah, exactly.
Megadeth t-shirt and the
Exactly.
whole name 3 songs if you're wearing the t-shirt.
Do you know what? You say that.
People like that get the piss ripped out of them, but it's like, well, yeah, but they kind of had a point because that was probably the guy that got shit with school for wearing one.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube called Punk Rock MBA, Mike Bravo Alpha, and he's.
Oh, I don't know that guy. Yeah, he Cap.
Yeah,
he does like what killed this genre. And
exactly.
Did a really good video on Trustkill Records, actually. Yeah.
I really like his stuff, but he done one the other day, actually, which was about how masculine the scene is and that whole, you're a girl, you can't like music, name 3 tracks. But I agree 100% with you. We're brought up
it
to
wasn't
believe...
girls though. It would have been, you would have got the same treatment if it was a bloke. If you knew he wasn't the real deal, you would have done the same to him.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess you're right. It's like it's the Top Shop mentality, isn't it? It's like the amount of people you see wearing fucking Ramones tops, and it's like, I get the Ramones were influential, but they're shit.
Anyway, yeah.
like really, they are.
In all fairness, for what a lot of punk bands would get ripped for, the Ramones did in spades.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So if you're getting if this band have gone all melodic or they've gone poppy it's like, well, Ramones were doing like love songs, like proper, like like a 60s hit single ballad. Hey little girl, I wanna be your boyfriend. You know, all that shit. So yeah, but no, don't knock the Ramones, man.
Yeah, I've hit a point there. I've hit a nerve there. That's a strange one from you. But yeah, yeah.
They walked it like they talked it though. The Ramones, they were
100%.
You know, it's a bit like the Beatles, where the Beatles were the clean cut lads, whilst the Rolling Stones were the rough and ready ones. When it was actually the other way round. It was Beatles were actually, they were quite happy to wear suits because they didn't have suits before, and it was the Rolling Stones had to dress like they were rough, you know. And,
as I say, it's not to say that I don't respect them.
Told you all about that in his book.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is your first show, by the way, we digress massively, much more like we do on Maidencast, but even more so on when I'm with Percy. We basically just go off on one. This album review is basically we come back to it eventually, but we will go off on tangents. And we don't see we don't see each other very often, so we're just happy to be together.
Yeah.
Be together, no, see each other. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I think you got it right the first time.
But yeah. So listen for your own entertainment, and this could go anywhere. So,
album came out. What's this? 1997.
I think so. We'll get into the initial reactions. I mean, this album doesn't have an ounce of fat on it. There is not a cigarette paper between the songs.
No.
AFI have definitely arrived. The potential was there on Answer That and Stay Fashionable. Fucking hell, what's the second album called again?
Very Proud of You.
Very Proud of You was a bit of a misstep, wasn't it? This one is much more focused. I think Hunter is a massive asset to the band. His bass is just incredible.
Even now,
he's just a kung fu master on the bass.
Yeah.
Underrated, actually.
Yeah, and to see him live as well, he's very energetic.
Yeah,
he's all over the.
He's just very natural on stage, isn't he?
Yeah,
very. And this is a hardcore album. Like this is, it always used. AFI were one of those bands where people used to scratch their heads, saying, like, how is this a hardcore band? Like, I don't get it. Like, he's got makeup on, and this song sounds like The Cure. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Check out a live show, but also, check out the earlier stuff. And this is exactly what we're talking about when AFI are labelled a hardcore band. And this is just a pit-tastic album.
Yeah.
I think that's my initial introduction. If I say any more, I'm just going to give stuff away.
That's it. So I think there's so many live classics on this album. Was that a bit strong, that one?
It's a bit sweet, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A bit like a liqueur or something. Yeah. Not too sure about that one, but
you can see they're also trying something different on this one as well. And you're right. I don't want to go too far in, but Third Season is a very strange song.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I understand where they're getting there. It's very Danzig. But
I listened to Danzig the other night. I was doing something, and I think I was uploading a video or doing, and had a few bits to do as well. And I've just fancied something that I hadn't heard in ages.
Yeah.
And I've actually, here it is here. And I listened to Danzig 4.
Yep.
And what a fucking album that is. I mean, it ain't even. He just goes off on one. He explores he covers so much musical territory on that album. So, yeah, the last album with the original lineup as well, which is generally considered the best one. I wouldn't argue with that, to be honest. There's been the odd song here and there, but I think that was his last classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. There was definitely obviously a Danzig influence. I mean, even on Davey alone, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hugely. Right, shall we tear this one open then?
Let's go into the get into the music. So we've got the first intro track, Keeping Out of Direct Sunlight. I've just gone through the tracks here. There's not one song on this album that hits the 3-minute mark.
No. The entire album, which is 14 tracks, is 28 minutes long.
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be.
I remember. I don't know how you are now, but I remember you used to be militant. Like anyone that does a song more than 3 minutes is a fucking prog band.
Still are. Still am, mate. F- for life. Bro, if you can't get everything you want to say out of verse, chorus, verse, end,
yeah,
you're trying to say too much, bro.
Yeah. If you cannot put it in layman's terms, you're talking bollocks.
That's it. Why write a 5,000 word essay when you can just write nah? But I think this is the first one where we get like the intro where it's a proper intro. There's like lyrics to the intro. It's definitely, you wouldn't expect them to play Keeping Out of Direct Sunlight live, in my opinion, unless it is at the beginning of the show to get people riled up. Like,
well, they kind of mastered the intro on the next album, didn't they?
Yeah.
But I don't know, but I'd suspect that it would be the opener. Definitely on this tour, at least.
Yeah. And it fucking works. It's 58 seconds of real kind of, this is what we're all about. Chorusy, fucking, his voice is fucking solid on this album. There's no point that you go, oh, he can't reach that note. He just fucking nails every line he delivers.
Yeah, he is on top form on this album. Yeah, it must be said.
Yeah. Interestingly, this is the final album to feature the original guitarist. He was offered $500 to play on the album, but he requested 666 instead.
I think that was Hunter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Hunter. I think he was hired on a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he initially joined the band. I think he did the album. Because he was in another band. I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I think the guy from Eight Finger Louie, or no, who's the guy that does the backing vocals? Tiger Army.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick 13. So he.
Well, they had a bass player that got a.
The bass
something
player.
Like that. Yeah, Hunter didn't initially join the band. He did the bass on a session, and then they went, "Oh, do you mind doing a couple of dates?" And that dates became a tour.
Yeah.
And then he just ended up staying. I think is basically how it went down.
They were very incestual, actually, with Tiger Army.
Yeah.
The drummer was in them for a while. I think the original bassist, left to do Tiger Army full time for a while.
Yeah, something like that.
But very good. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That fucking intro, I love it. That. And it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. A nice short song, 1 minute 33. Yeah,
very start-stoppy.
Yeah.
As per usual as well, the drummer is just he's just such a good drummer.
Mate, he fucking smashes it all the time, doesn't he? He's so good. Your weakness sickens me, saddens me, strengthens me. There's no way to free responsibility. Fuck.
Davey writes some lyrics, man.
He does.
He's a wordsmith. Like, there's so many things where, like when people get like lyrics tattooed on them and things like that. You could do that with so many of his lyrics.
Yeah.
And the guy is a poet. And I do wonder, like, as much as their music's gone a bit bleh later on, I wonder what his lyrics are like on the later albums.
Kind of cringy.
Are they?
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't want to get into it too much.
No, not to worry. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've listened to the new album. It's out. It's exactly what I was expecting it to be. A little bit better than I was expecting it to be. But there are some tracks where I'm like, really?
You're better than this.
Yeah. And it's...
What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
To AFI.
And And
that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But mind you, if you listen to the new album, actually, it's really good. This show would have been completely pointless.
Yeah, exactly. We would have just.
Some people might be saying it's completely pointless anyway. But
yeah, well, I'm guessing most people. As you said, like this, we use this as a reason to chat, as an excuse to chat.
Yeah. What on earth are you drinking, Geese? It looks like you got a cup of blood.
So it's whiskey. I've got Johnny Walker, Coke, and I've just put raspberries in it.
Okay.
For a bit of a weird mix of flavour.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's all right. It's all right. It's also healthy, right?
Yeah. Exactly. One of your 5 a day.
Well, 2.
Yeah. It's a smoothie.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't know if you know about this, but there's the third song on this album is pretty fucking good, bro.
Oh, I know. Yes. Should we get into it?
We have to. We fucking have to. Oh my god.
Right.
Mate, this I think we were talking about it before. We saw this band live a few times, didn't we? And they just fucking got this one out. Like they just played
like
this.
Sort of in the second sort of part of the set, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like they'd done a big chunk of the new album, and then just bam, 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 and then just as this song just kicks in, David just launches himself into the crowd. Yeah.
Mate, and I don't think they played anything else from this
Probably
album.
not. No. But funny enough, I had a look into some live footage, and if you look at anything from like sort of Black Sail's tour, even in a shaky cam at the back of a hole, it's still awesome. Yeah, like they were so good live, and Davey just looked like he just looks fucking cool back then. Yeah, he had the goth hardcore mix, and he just had it down. He looked like his hair was like he had that short, but with the fringe, and he swung it round and flipped it back just at the right time, and he never looked. He always still looks. He was covered in makeup, but you just wouldn't fuck with him. You knew he could handle himself, and he would be swinging his arms round, and then straight up. He's got the mic just at the right pace, but so they opened with "Through Our Bleeding, We Are One." So you got that whole crowd thing. Through Our Bleeding, We Are One. Bang! Straight into 3 seconds.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, you have to look it up. I'll have to try and find the video I showed you. There's a full show.
Yeah, I actually sent you one the other day. It was I think after our last one, and they play 3 seconds in that, and they actually get Nick from Tiger Army.
Yes, Nick and Tiger Army's on stage with
is he on this one? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they must have been playing a lot on their tours together.
Or it must have been a local show or whatever.
But Nick's got a fantastic voice, and I wouldn't have picked it out on a single second. Like they don't make use of his characteristic voice in the same way as if you were to get Davey to do guest vocals, you'd instantly go, I know that. I know that voice, or but yeah, fucking a single second, man. I love the dueling vocals when Nick joins in.
Yeah, that memories stole my senses. Yeah.
Never have I felt so lost.
Yeah.
Never have I felt so dead. So good, mate. I just want to listen to that track. That needs to be
It's just 2 perfect minutes.
Yeah.
It's just it just it hits the ground running, just races, and then just does a load of kung fu kicks, and then just has this awesome breakdown. I feel so. And then he just gives it that, and then, but again, what that dramatic melancholy that Davey would bring later on in spades, really, with that love, and just brilliant. And then I feel so lost. And that's the best bit. His vocals on this album, his voice even breaks on certain bits. Like, it's not a perfect, technically perfect vocal performance, but the emotion is perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It reminds me of early Rise Against. And one of the things I was always, I remember Dylan messaging me, and it's like, and he said it's almost like he's spitting out words. You know, you can tell he believes what he's singing. It means something to him. It's not kind of, okay, what rhymes with Lost?
Yeah, I mean, when one of my bands, whenever I recorded, you're in this fucking box and you've got this mic with a thing over this and a thing over this, and you've got to go right up to it, and you know.
Yeah.
And Danabella, who went on to do pretty well in the whole production game, he was the only one that just went, "No, fuck that. Just grab a mic." He went, put a box. He put a box in the room. He's like, "If you want to put your foot up and he went, do whatever you want to do. If you want to get on the floor and go, just walk around." He went, "Do it like a live gig, and just do it. Just mic in your hand. He went, just pretend you're doing a gig and just get into the music. I'll put the things really loud and just go for it." And they were always my best vocal recordings. Yeah. And I said, "What is with the mic and all the thing?" And he went, "Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on an SM58 handheld. So if it's good enough on that album, it's good enough for Eddie Beneath." Yeah. So fuck all that. And yeah, it was awesome. And I get the impression that that's what was done here. I don't, look, they didn't.
This wasn't him. This wasn't him
standing on a month in a thing. This was in a shitty studio. They probably most of this was probably just practice.
Yeah.
They just did these songs until they knew them backwards, and then went in the thing, went, right, you've got 2 takes, don't fuck this up. Yeah. Go. And then, it must have been how it was. I mean, they're all living in the same house at this point.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, there was them. If you watch those videos, it's an interview, but it's cut up into snippets as they go through album after album. So it's like different episodes, but they're all about 3-4 minutes. And I'm pretty sure it was the Tiger Army guys. And it was like, he was in this band and that was that band. And there was basically this big house, but they all had a bedroom each.
Yeah.
And they all shared a bathroom, all shared a kitchen. Couple slept on the couch. And as one would leave, another one would come in. But they were all in bands. Yeah. So we would go on tour, or they would go on tour. And then people would stay there while they were on tour. Then when they come home, and then he left to get a job in that band. And then such and such from who would go on to join this band ended up living in it. Yeah, it was weird. And I think I'm sure they say like the guy just sort of left the band, and then they sort of knocked on someone's door and went, "Do you want to join?" Yeah,
it's interesting though. It makes you wonder how much they were obviously writing together. Like, how many times were they writing stuff, and someone from another band went, "Oh, I don't like that," or "Oh, instead of that, try this." So, is it possible that Tiger Army wrote half of this album? That kind, that kind of thing.
Because that's the thing. Jade, he again, until he joined the band, he'd actually done backing vocals on all the albums because he was in a band that they were friends with. And
Redemption 87. Yeah. Which was Eric Ozone from Nerve Agents.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
what was Fury 66? What was the connection there, or was that were they connected to Rise Against?
I've got to look into that.
I remember that black. It's like a black sort of banner image in the middle.
Yeah, and there's the scar. I remember
you had the CD. I'm sure they were called Fury 66.
Yeah. You're 100% right.
Someone in that band was in someone who's big now.
Quite well. The lead singer is in Snapcase.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah.
That
would be a good show.
Okay, good. It's a Good Riddance. Only Crime, obviously. Russ Rankin. Okay, yeah. So it's the SoCal. It was more Santa Cruz area.
Yeah.
But Fury 66. They're usually lumbered in with kind of like Strung Out.
Yeah. The Snapcase. That's a band we should do a show
on. I'd love to. Yeah.
How's their stuff aged? Is it aged well?
You know what? I was listening to Bright Flashes the other day, actually, which is kind of, I think, probably their weakest album because it's not really an album. I think that's like almost a best of B-sides, kind of then converted into
Yeah.
AAA thing, you know.
But by the way, we're now half hour into a review.
28.
The
The album would have
album,
finished.
and we're only 3 songs in.
Fuck hell. But yeah, definitely. It still holds up. His vocals are still tight as ever. In fact, someone at work, I do like an album swap, and I think we're talking about this.
Yeah.
And they listen to Turnstile. Have you heard them? Turnstile are like this really weird hardcore band that aren't really hardcore. They're a really strange band. Amazing. Fucking love them. But they're one of those bands where you're like, I don't really know what genre they sit in. But their vocalist sounds an awful lot like Fury 66 and Snapcase. So I was like, oh man, they sound like this guy. And I've made a new Snapcase band out of it. Like, he fucking loves them. But
I imagine because they were like really. It's so even back then, like a band like Snapcase or a band like Refused, it was like, this is the future. Yeah. This is taking music forward.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna be.
I just don't hear that now. I never hear anything where I go, yeah, this is what's next.
Yeah.
I just think, I know that. That just sounds like that mixed with them.
Yeah. The most recent one.
This was done 20. Like, fucking Enter Shikari. I mean, I know they're a big band now, but I remember when they first come out. I don't know if they had an EP or. And it was like, Refused did this, like, back in '96.
That fucking clap, clap, clap song.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what they got for some fucking weird dancey keyboards with some hardcore. Yeah, great. Have you heard a song called New Noise?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's.
Didn't Korn do a fucking dubstep album?
They did, yeah.
I didn't hear it because
it was some dubstep guy. I don't think it was a full album. It might have been an EP or something. I can't remember. I've not bought a Korn album since fucking hell.
I got Issues.
Yeah, the one after Issues was the last one. I did buy an album because we went to see Ozzy Osbourne and Korn were open, and I bought the new album at the time just to kind of get reacquainted.
Yeah.
And I think that was 2000. That was 2010. So fucking hell, that was 11 years ago.
After that, it was apparently Untouchables, which I just don't remember.
Yeah, you do. Do you remember the video where it was just like all static? You know, like when a telly used to use its focus, it goes static.
That was a right stompy track. That music video.
That was the first time he had that weird mic, that robot. Like HR Giga mic thing.
Yeah. Okay, I liked that track. That was a fun track. That was a fun track.
Yeah, that was the last one I got. Well, apart from the one that I bought later on, but I can't even remember what it was called.
Yeah. Oh man, we should do cool. But we should do every fucking band in the world.
I'm not too bothered about Korn anymore. I can't. I don't even think I've even got any albums anymore.
Are they still putting stuff out?
It's
the
still
Serenity
going.
of Suffering, the Nothing. Oh fuck! Oh man, Fieldy's left.
They could still tour, you know. There's Fieldy left.
Apparently so. Fieldy's hiatus. He wasn't a fiddler, was he? Oh no, that was Static X, wasn't it?
He wasn't an original member of them though. I think he joined like a few albums in, and then he did like the one album, and then he left, and then got cult later.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get my facts wrong, but no. Put it this way, I don't think it was a full-on. I think it's someone got backstage, and I think it was more of a train spotting scenario.
Oh,
but even then, you know,
statutory fiddling.
Should know better.
Yes, naughty boy, naughty boy. But yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. So, track 4. PH Low. Dun, 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 dun. It's such a happy song. Like, it really fucking works. Yeah, kill aspirations away. Embrace a dream that was a nightmare only yesterday. Yeah, he fucking nailed it. Lyrically, he was on.
He always has such good lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yo, die for me. Well, yo, live for me.
He just opens up the vocals towards the end of the song as well. That whoa, you know, he just knows how to layer his vocals as well, doesn't he? I mean,
yeah.
It very well may come later on. I don't know, but if a really good producer, one that sort of takes your songs apart and sort of puts them back together again and sort of knows how to sort of structure them into like a hit.
Yeah.
Surely, with a really good guy, he would go, look, you're doing some really good, interesting things with your vocals here, and you're laying them, and you're doing your own backing vocals. You should do this. And I wonder what he would have done with a real producer that knew what they were doing. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that came later on. Maybe we'll cover that as we go through to them. But yeah, it's just so much energy on this album. It's so good. Let's stick to let's get through some of these. I've all night.
So Let It Be Broke. It's not a bad one. It's just very generic.
Cool riff at the beginning, isn't it?
Mate, I love that.
Yeah.
I do really like that. It's dirty. Yeah.
Mind you, that riff kind of carries on all the way through, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this is probably the first hardcore track.
Yeah.
Like, which you'd classify as Sick of It All. You know, I'm just going to do...
It's got a bit of a Sick of It All vibe, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to... Yeah, exactly. You know, this is, I guess, the NYHC tribute.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was...
I would have thought they would have toured with Sick of It All. Everyone supported Sick of It All on the way up. I think it's fucking sickening, really, the amount of bands that would have opened for Sick of It All and Agnostic Front.
Yeah.
Who just left,
Skyrocket.
I think I was listening to a podcast once, and Vinny Stigma, who is just fucking... I love Vinny Stigma. You're fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I wanted to be my uncle.
He was on Jamie Jaster's podcast. He said Hatebreed are like the only band that opened for us and then later took us out to return the favour. Like, amount of people that's
see, I like that, and more bands should do that. So Jimmy Eat World, before they hit it big, they were touring with a band called The Promise Ring loads. I never really liked The Promise Ring. I thought they were a bit waft.
Yeah.
But they got Jimmy Eat World recognition, and Jimmy Eat World just took them out with them for like the next 3 albums Jimmy Eat World done, because they were obviously, you couldn't touch Jimmy Eat World with a negative.
Yeah, they fucking blew up, didn't they?
They did, exactly, and rightly so. You know, they haven't put out a bad album since. It might not be your thing, but you listen to it and go, it's a fucking solid album.
Yeah, I've still got Bleed American now. Yeah, I think that's a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one after it, I've kind of lost touch of them after that. But yeah, no, they're too great.
I dip in every so often, and I'm always pleasantly surprised that it's not terrible. You know, it's like...
It aged pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for it now, actually. But yeah, I'll have to dig that album out. Yeah. I've got it when it was called Bleed American as well, because September the 11th, they had to fucking change the title.
That's right, yeah.
Even though it was out before September the 11th.
Yeah, it was a weird decision. But yeah, I like you had Bleed American.
And look where that led, doing things like that.
Yeah.
Changing things.
To Panda.
Getting offended despite the context.
Yeah.
I can see it. It's there. Right. I'm gonna listen to that. Yeah. That was a slippery slope, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't think of many punk bands doing that before then. Like that was
there was a thing on Anthrax to change their band, that changed their name because of the and they just were like, no, fuck off.
But Okay.
Yeah, strange time. Anyway, Let It Be Broke.
Yeah. We just talked about that. That was a good track. It was very Sick of It All-esque.
Nice little drum bit at that.
Yeah.
Don't feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
that is,
bam, bam, and then that's it.
I think that might have been the fastest track on the album as well.
Well, the slowest is still pretty.
Yeah. You know, I know we're talking relative, but even still. Third Season. I don't like this song.
No.
Oh. I don't know. It's a skip-worthy track, in my opinion.
This is the breather, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I understand why it's there.
I think this has actually got a bit of a Misfits vibe to it, because those early Misfits songs with Danzig, it wasn't quite as.
Well, as I say, this is the Danzig track.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, exactly. Can you feel it?
It's proper Danzig.
Fucking spot on. You fucking nailed Danzig 100%, man. But it's a good album. I just think it's the worst track on the album because it just doesn't fit with the album. And that's if this was a B-side, I'd fucking adore it. But because for me,
I disagree with you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how we live, you know. But for me, if it wasn't in the album, it'd make the album stronger.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the. I just think it's a nice little breather. You've got that bass. It's like a bass led song. Ding, 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 and it's a bit of a mid pace. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
And then it gets nice and heavy at the end. It's just a good little groove.
Yeah.
And
do you think they play it live much?
Fuck knows.
Because it was a single.
Well, I would have put it in there. Why not? You know, you got to put a bit of variation into the set, you know. And again, it's not as if it's a long song. It's not as if it outstays its welcome.
Yeah.
But, no, I think it's necessary. I think it's. I'll stick up for this one. I think.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, if this is as bad as it gets. Then...
Exactly. Yeah. You know, I just don't like the track. I've got nothing of me goes, oh, you've got to listen to this album, but in particular, pay attention to Third Season. Yeah, that'll be way down. So lower your head and take it in the body. We're halfway through. This is track 7 of 14. I like this track.
We're back into the fast stuff.
Back into AFI.
Yeah.
You can really hear Hunter's bass going all over the gaff when it doesn't need to, and that's what I like about Hunter. He's very he explores his bass guitar when he really doesn't need to. As frustrating as that was for, you know, young me to try and fucking cover and play his tracks when I started out learning bass, because it's not easy. But you've got to marvel at how much he fits into every fucking riff.
Yeah.
I think that really comes out in Art of Drowning era, especially, you know.
Do you think it was necessary though? I mean, do you take the less is more approach? Do you find? I think if you're gonna fuck about, you've got to pull it off.
Yeah. But the thing is, he does pull it off 100%. You know, that it's not a negative thing, but it's not kind of like I'm gonna chuck in a 5-minute solo in the middle of the song. Of it, yeah. You know, that's the kind of thing that would put me off. You know, I know I'll probably get flack for this, but Machine Head, they done an album. I think it was The Ash of Empires, wasn't it? And that was incredibly solo heavy. And although I definitely 100% appreciate... Oh, you're out of focus, by the way, mate. Well, I 100% appreciate the technicality of it.
Yeah.
I don't think... maybe move that speaker out of the way. You might be trying to focus on that.
Oh, yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with focus. Mind you, always did, to be honest. So...
Yeah. But, yeah, I think he definitely pulls it off 100%. And he does it well live as well. When you
Yeah.
see him live, he, even though he's energetic as fuck, he's spinning around, he's dancing, he's jumping up on boxes and all sorts of stuff. Even with all of that, you can hear him fucking abusing that bass.
Doesn't miss a note. Yeah.
No, yeah. And you can really hear it on this. Like, you can hear him playing that bass guitar. And your standard Davey Havok lyrics as well. And I don't mean standard in any negative form at all. You know, it's my nose is broke from being smashed into the ground. What a waste! This place I call my home. Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful to say. How has he not offed himself? Like, if you were to say everyone in the rock scene that you would think that would have done themselves in, Davey would be up there, right? The stuff he puts out.
Possibly, yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, if he did do it, you'd read his lyrics and it wouldn't have been a mystery. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's going to go, I didn't see that one.
That happened. Yeah.
But, you know, he writes some dark shit, and I think you can probably tell that he hasn't had the nicest of life, but he still comes across really kind and sweet.
Yeah, he seems like right old sweetheart.
Yeah, really well spoken. Really,
you never hear of him like slagging anyone off or going off on one or having a go at someone. Or, I mean, you definitely never hear any horror stories from the fans. Like if anyone's saying it, David had,
But I've never done it.
Those stories travel like anything, you know.
Yeah, and I've not heard anything from any of AFI. But then, I mean, I think we spoke about this before. I think a lot of people shop Davey x Jade, don't they? They want Davey and Jade to be some relationship.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I mean, we spoke about it before, but in Redemption 87 and Unit Pride,
I don't know. I mean, he'd be out of the closet, wouldn't he? There'd be no reason.
He'd be pushing it.
There'd be no reason, for him to deny it.
Yeah.
But I kind of get either Davey Havok is gay, or he's got a 10 out of 10 wife.
Yeah.
There'll be one or the other.
Yeah.
To
be fair, Davey Havok could get a 10 out of 10 either
kind
way
of feminine rock star mystique about him that he would get just as like an actress, you know.
I want to say he's the Kevin Spacey of the rock world.
No,
before
that's the only thing. It's like if he was, he'd be out. You'd know. Yeah. He certainly wouldn't fucking. There'd be no reason for him not to be out.
No,
so
exactly.
That makes me think. That guy's. He's got a He's got supermodel wife with big boobies.
Yeah. He's a. Yeah. But lots of people push that. But then, when you look at Jade and how he has physically changed over the years, if you kind of like Google search images of Redemption 87 or Unit Pride, and there's pictures of Jade, and he's wearing a fucking wife beater, and he's hench, bro. Yeah. He's thuggish as fuck. Like, hardcore thuggish. Not
typical hard, I get you.
And now you look at him, and he's got the wavy hair. He almost
jacket on.
Spins around while playing his guitar. Lifts one of his legs up. I mean, you can't tell by looking, and I don't care either way. But I think it'd be nice if they just cuddled at night.
Do you want it? Are you part of that club? You want it to be that?
I kind of do now. I kind of do now, but not to satisfy my own sexual needs.
If they were, you'd know.
Yeah,
there'd be no reason for them.
Yeah, especially as they are the whole be yourself gang, aren't they?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I think it's so strange that their personal lives are very personal. Like there is that.
Well, they're wise, aren't they? I mean, again, as big as the band have got, they've never really they've never really embraced celebrity either.
Yeah.
Like if someone from AFI is out and about and someone comes up to them and recognizes them, that would be someone that's got all of AFI albums.
Yeah.
That's not going to be someone who, oh, you're him from them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, it will be a fan only. And then if someone goes up to him and goes, oh my God, I love your album, everyone else will be going, who the fuck's that?
Yeah.
Why is that person making such a fuss? You know, I think that is the sweet spot with fame, as it were.
Yeah.
Like enough, you have people that appreciate your work. So there's a big difference in it. And I really like what you do, I appreciate your work. And oh, you're that person, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's when it gets a bit out of hand, you know.
Yeah. Track 8, Coin Return.
Coin Return, yeah. This one's got a bit of a grungy feel to it.
Mate, I really love the way he, like, the lyrical setup on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't follow the 4x4 at all. It kind of just spreads over. I have slept. I have fallen. It's, you know, it's not like...
got melodic melody as well.
Yeah, it's not
melodic melody. Yeah,
you know,
the drums kicked in.
Yeah.
That's it. That one.
Yeah.
And you got that breakdown as well halfway through. That's not really a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really good voice usage. He could have done this crazy aggressive. It would have worked, but he puts some weird emphasis on like higher notes that really fucking carry the track.
You've got the bit towards the end, where it's just the strumming of the guitar, and he kind of has like a solo on vocals, isn't it? And he hits that big high note, and then it just kicks in.
Yeah,
it's chaos. This is a fucking good album, man.
Mate, it's so good. It's so good, and I've been looking forward to this, and I've been listening to this album since we messaged the other day. I was like, right, I'm getting back on it because
we've got to be disciplined. We've got to finish this.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of albums that have come out recently that have impressed me.
I'm having a bit of a. I'm going for a bit of a lull at the moment.
Oh, really?
I've even got stuff like I normally the stuff that's coming out. I normally go on Amazon and go click, like stick it, and then on payday I'll go through it and get a bits. I was just this month. I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going for a bit of a lull, but I think everyone goes through them eventually.
Yeah. New Offspring album came out.
Who?
Offspring.
Yeah, they've been pissing off a little bit. I will get into that in another episode, I suppose. But
yeah.
Maybe when we finish this, we'll do the Offspring.
Yeah, they're a good one to do. But you know, you can sum up the Offspring in a single phrase: terrible album, great EPs.
Really?
Yeah, you cut.
Did EPs, but yeah.
No, they don't. No, is it you take that album.
I see what you mean. You can reduce it to an EP. Yeah,
and it'd be the best music. If they just put out EPs, they would be the best. I don't know. Pop punk, I guess, is the closest thing you.
This is the first album quite a while, isn't it? It took a bit of a break or something.
They done the last one before this. I think it was a couple of years, but that was probably one of the best ones they've done in a long time. Days Go By. If you ignore the fucking bumping in my trunk track, which actually hurts.
Yeah.
Like physical convulsions when I hear it. That song initiates my gag reflex, and it's fucking terrible, mate. I just want to expel everything from my body whenever I hear it, including my body. It's terrible, but other than that, a cracking album. Forgotten, recalled, smacked me in the face every time I fall. I cannot disregard.
Are we doing the patron saints and angels song?
Not yet. I've just reading up about coin. That was still Coin Return.
Oh,
That's the beatdown, isn't it? I was trying to think what the beatdown was, or the breakdown. Sorry, and it is that forgotten recalled. So good. So this album, this is it. This is when people say this is why you get excited for an artist. This is it.
why? Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't around for.
And how old is this album? And I remember listening to this in your flat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I wasn't around for this album. I'm not like one of these. Oh, it's the album I grew up with, so I'm gonna fucking adore it.
But you did grow up with it in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
you might not have been there when it came out.
Yeah. But like
no one fucking did. No one was buying AFI. I mean,
no. The next one was what got me into AFI.
Yeah, that's when that was when I first heard of it. And then Art Drowning was the first album.
Yeah. That's when I first saw them. I don't think I saw them for Black Sails.
I think it was no, I didn't see them on Black Sails. There was a punk compilation when I first heard what's the song called? God Called In Sick Today.
What a track.
Yeah. And I think I would have thought the first time you saw them was when Stamping Ground opened for them, and it was at the LA2.
I saw them with Stamping Ground, Sick of It All, Offspring.
No, when was the first time though?
I think it may have been Offspring actually.
Yeah.
I think they came over first with Offspring.
Well, I saw the Offspring.
Yeah.
But that they were well into their career by then.
You know what? I've got a funny feeling that I saw them. That even though I didn't know them, I saw them play with Good Riddance and Death by Stereo. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the new patrons. The new patron saints and angels.
Yeah. This is probably one of the first tracks where the title really does AFI justice.
Yeah.
The further you get on, the more weird and obscure their tracks titles get, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, what was that big one? Days of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's like, where did you get that wording? Doesn't even fucking fit in with any of the content of the song.
What that song is about. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I will fucking go off on a massive tangent.
Don't do it. I mean, it's very unusual for this show.
I'll save it for that album.
Okay.
Because I was going to talk about it was about the Days of Phoenix song. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a little bit. There's still a little bit left.
Come on, trip out. Oh, there it is. Now, one thing I am, Joe, is fucking prepared. Look at that cunt. There we go. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try Johnny Walker. I'm a rum man.
Oh, Johnny Walker is lovely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try Johnny Walker.
Get a nice Johnny Walker, red or black. Don't go beyond that, because if you don't really like whiskey, you won't appreciate it, and you're paying for something you don't really need.
I saw the blue one the other day. It's like 130 quid for a bottle. What is that all about?
It's nice. My mate had some. I've never bought it, but my mate had some, and I tried it, and it's nice. It ain't £130 nice.
Yeah.
But it's nice. But Johnny Walker Black, I think that's what us mere plebeians should be buying if you want to treat yourself to something. I admire the way.
Right. Shall we move on to 3 Seconds Notice?
Yeah. This is a fast track. This is very all over the place. Really fun.
Drums.
Yeah. This is one of the rare times where Davey does something vocally I don't like, and it's that so I quit.
Oh yes, yeah.
I don't like it.
And he does it, and they do it twice.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? When he just goes, and I cry.
It's cringy,
If
right?
they just do it one, yeah, but if the song just ended, then
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh yeah, cool, filler.
Yeah. You know,
Kind of
it's
funny, filler, but it's funny. Yeah, all right, cool. Next song. But
Yeah.
you do it, literally repeat the song twice.
Yeah, and there's no need for it at all. That could have been you know,
It could have been a 50-second song.
that would have been a really good 50-second look what we can do. I mean, they even done a really good short song for that Fat Comp, didn't they? That short songs for short people.
Oh yeah. How many volumes did that go on for?
Just the one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they just done the one.
What was that compilation? I think was it the guy from No Effects used to put.
So they do Fat Comp. Do like I think there's like 15, but that was
if you was punk, you wanted to get on that compilation.
Yeah. But again, it was mainly Fat Record bands anyway. But I think AFI were with Fat Records in some kind of weird way for one point. I think they may have put out an EP by Fat.
Yeah.
Because they did sign to Nitro, right? And for a time being, Nitro only had like AFI, A Will and Scream, and fucking No Trigger.
What about Ensign? That was
Ensign.
a Nitro band, wasn't it?
I think it might.
ENSIGN. Yeah, that was. I'm sure that was.
I love Ensign. Wow, their website, Nitro Records website is still up, and it is, fuck me, does it look Web 1.0.
I bet it ain't been updated in fuck knows how long.
Well, they're advertising the Vandals on it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like their last was All Hallows. So
was all right.
Yeah.
Was that one of their bands, Ensign?
Trying to find out.
I swear I'll never leave your side.
I love Ensign, mate.
I'm sure they would have put at least one album out.
I mean everyone fucking does. Ensign. Much the Same, No Trigger.
Yeah.
Rufio. Son of Sam. Son of Sam.
That was the side project, wasn't it? The Danzig guitarist.
Yeah. Oh.
Davey Havok did the vocals on the first album, didn't he? And then the fucking guy did a second album like 10 years later with a different singer. I was like, yeah, that was a good idea.
Yeah. There are some great bands on Nitro, actually.
That was a good little catalogue, wasn't it? I mean, I know The Offspring recently just sold their back catalogue, didn't they?
Mm.
I wonder if Nitro.
I think it does say that they're assigned to Nitro for re-releasing old material.
Yeah, so I'm just saying who owns Nitro? Like that.
Oh, it's Dexter.
It's still does he still own that? Is what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
If he sold the Offspring back catalogue,
Bicycle Music acquired Nitro Records. Don't know who the fuck Bicycle Music are. I really need to pee, mate. Can I have 15 seconds?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Count.
I'll keep them going. So, yeah, we're doing AFI. Next up, we'll be doing Black Sails of the Sunset, and I think that's when we're really getting into the meat of the band's back catalogue. That was definitely the golden age for me. Black Sails of the Sunset and The Art of Drowning. I remember listening to those albums on the way to college and getting kind of depressed. They were very, very melancholy. But yeah, I remember seeing AFI open for Offspring back in the day, and then seeing them at the Astoria, and that was just as Sing the Sorrow come out, and they were just such a cool band, you know, and that's why we're going through this now. I remember just seeing them recently and just thinking that they just don't seem like the same band anymore. And that's what we're doing now. We're just going through it all, just going, what the hell happened? When did the change? Where's the cut-off point? I think is the aim of this series. As you can see, Percy as Because you can see, I've got an awesome record collection, but Percy has an awesome toy collection. I mean, look at those Transformers in glass cabinets.
There we go.
Yeah, I can't wait to let my boys unleash.
Tiny little movie Galvatron.
Yeah. I'll
Leonard
tell you
Nimoy,
what,
mate. Leonard Nimoy.
you're the guy, you know how to get hold of toys, yeah?
Mm.
My youngest, this is totally unnecessary for the podcast. Fuck it, listen to Joe Rogan for like 4 hours at a time, and they waffle some bollocks on them. Right. Animated film, kids film, The Iron Giant.
Yep.
If you can find me a decent priced action figure of the Iron Giant, help a brother out.
Yeah.
I found one on eBay for £36. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah. £56 postage.
I fucking hate that so much.
So, yeah, that's a little mission for you. Right, let's finish this album off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Next track, Salt the Wounds.
Yeah.
Salt for your wounds.
I like this track.
Yeah.
Lyrically, is good. A bit cookie cutter lyrically.
Nice and melodic though.
Yeah. Yeah. When I love run out. Yeah. Strange for like what is quite an ugly track lyrically. It's very poppy. The way he delivers
the vocal melody.
Yeah.
The vocal melody makes this. The riffs and the drums is it's very standard punk, no more, no less.
Yeah, exactly.
Davey definitely brings it out.
Yeah. And then after this we've got Today's Lesson, which I fucking love.
Just Salt for your wounds for one bit. Don't forget in the middle when it all just kind of breaks apart. It just goes dun dun dun, and then it's like the band just split up a bit.
Yeah,
and it all just breaks out, and then they come together and go
through and through.
Yeah, it goes a bit Nirvana.
It's almost as if someone's just taken the fucking tempo and just and then it just fucking kicks in again. Can you hear that? That was my tumble dryer.
I didn't hear it.
Cool.
I think I can hear something now, but I don't know if you've just said it. Now I'm just hearing.
Oh, it's off now, so no, you're just hearing anything there. That's they don't really, or they hadn't played around with sounds like that before, had they?
No.
So that was quite a strange part of the track, yeah.
I don't know. They just left like the feedback running for a couple of seconds. I was just saying that it's just strange for AFI.
Yeah.
Like I say, we blast through 14 songs in 28 minutes, and yet they still managed to find a little bit of time to just fuck about, float around for a bit, and then boom, and then back into it again. Even though it was just for a couple of seconds.
It's not for a couple of seconds, mate.
You know what I mean?
No.
The song is only 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
55 seconds in, it starts.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute 45, it kicks. 1 minute 50.
Yeah.
So it's 55 seconds of breakdown, and you well wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Like, if I think of that track, I don't think 55 seconds of that is experimental weirdness. That's really interesting. I've never taken the time out to, like, I obviously knew that was there. But when you look at how much of the
fast-moving album, like,
which would make surely that big chunk of that song would stand out more, like as an oddity. But I do love that part. You're 100% right. I do. It is such a fucking interesting thing, and I think it is them flexing their muscles as a band, maybe.
They're still finding their feet as well, aren't they? They're. I think they're at this point they're just concentrating on putting on a great live show.
Yeah.
And I think this album, with 2 albums under their belt, they're still, you know, finding their feet, still developing their lineup. I bet this album was very much, even if they didn't think it, they had in the back of their mind, how are we doing? Excuse me. How are we going to do this live?
Yeah.
But the live show is in mind, and
yeah,
this encapsulates perfectly just half hour of just pure energy.
Yeah. So track 12, we've got a cover by a band called The Filth, which I've never listened to.
I didn't know this was a cover.
Yeah. It's an American hardcore band. Never heard of them. Or, you know, never listened to them. Fucking hell, they put out a lot of albums. Oh.
Sounds like a good song, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never knew it was a cover, in all fairness.
The Shit Split is one of the albums they've got. This Is Why We Are Drunks.
They sound good.
Yeah, later that same year. Okay. I might check them out. That'll be interesting. They done a live album in 2017.
So right now I hate you.
Oh, I just love this album. It's so I don't know if they've taken.
The only thing wrong with this album is the fucking album cover. I mean, what the fuck is going on with that?
It's very AFI.
And even the title, it doesn't. The title doesn't match the artwork, and neither match the music or the album.
No. It's very AFI though. Like this, Black Sails, and then Art of Drowning have that kind of weird gothy view to it.
Yeah.
But it's better than the last fucking front cover. Very proud of it.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But low-hanging fruit, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of a fuck up, that album, wasn't it? It was a bit...
It's just
not sure what they were thinking.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, they didn't write this track. I don't know how close musically it follows the original track.
It's a punk band covering another punk band, I'm pretty sure. Probably sounds a bit rougher.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're an English band? An English punk band?
Don't know. East Bay.
Oh, okay.
So he probably had mates in it, to be honest. Considering they were still together in like 99.
Davey does do a little bit of a different approach on the vocals, so maybe he's trying to stay true to the actual vocalist. No, you'd have to dig it out and see if you can.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Right,
you never know. So Devil Loves You. So final 2 tracks. So 1 minute 30 of a song. I couldn't care. Oh! Strange delivery. Also, this is another one where he's vocally having fun.
Yeah.
It's not snarling into a...
I don't care.
Yeah. But it might cost your life. Like, it's you can tell he's having fun.
Yeah, and this is the sort of thing I was saying earlier. Like, his voice breaks at points as well, but it doesn't matter.
No. And this is a great example of that, this track. I think because it also makes it sound a bit more raw, a little bit more fun. So we're ending on 000, which is the longest track.
It's the longest track, yeah, fucking hell. And even then, it's still...
yeah, 2 minutes 50. Also, this track is fucking nice. You could imagine a load of bands covering this, like in the standard, like punk
you can
scene.
picture them finishing a live show with this as well.
Yeah.
Like, imagine doing an encore.
Yeah, coming out to this.
Out one more and then
everyone fucking singing, "It's not too late, it's not too late." But yeah, a really nice end to an album. They could have done something.
Ending it with that melodic hook that memorable chorus is a good way to leave the audience.
Yeah, and it's not even like a cop out. It's still very AFI, like embrace your hate, embrace your hate. Like that's Davey 101, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, a fucking cracking album. I think this is definitely when AFI found their feet, and I bet when they recorded this and got the first pressing or whatever you call it back and listened to it, they probably fucking shat themselves, because this just blew everything else away that they'd written.
Yeah, definitely up to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been...
Even that, just to note as well, that nice little bass solo section in the middle as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
Surely you enjoy that bit.
Mm. It's just... player. Yeah, standard Hunter. Like, as I say, like... But then it goes back to, like, if everything he fucking does sounds like a solo, what is a bass solo to him?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's got that distinctive tone that just sticks out like a sore thumb anyway. And then, so no, I wouldn't say it was a solo as such, but
it's probably just a normal
bass lead.
It's probably just a normal thing. They were like, we're just going to take the guitar out of this for a bit.
I didn't realise he was saying embrace your hate. I thought he was saying it's not too late. It's not too late.
He does both.
Oh, right. So it's not too late. Embrace your hate. All right, okay.
One of it's not too late. It's not too late, and then another verse of embrace your hate, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of nice, isn't it? That's standard AFI.
So we're still not quite where we're going to be. I think that, again, they really do become. I say they become themselves, but even then, with the gothic aspect of it all, I mean,
this doesn't play into the goth aspect other than visually on the album cover.
No, you can see. Listening to this retrospectively, there's hints of what's to come, but I don't think the AFI that AFI are known for really starts on Black Sails of the Sunset.
Yeah, but that's when you can still see here, like lyrically, when you read it, it's a story.
Where you can, but I don't think you could have seen it then.
No. But it's very kind of real to life. You can read the lyrics on this album and relate to it.
Yeah.
Whereas Black Sails
fits in, like if Black Sails becomes the main album, these songs fit in with that set list.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at there. But like if that's their primary source of material to play live, that and Art of Drowning, songs from this album still fit in nicely between the albums. So you've got these big grandiose songs, and then you can just chuck in a nice little quick punk number to split things up and keep the set moving.
Yeah,
you could probably chuck a few songs from Answer That and Stay Fashionable and get away with it, but you couldn't play anything from Very Proud of You.
It just wouldn't work. It'd feel awkward.
But,
other than like to appease those 10 in the crowd that still turn up, hoping that they'll play something.
Happy with songs from this and
yeah.
But even still, we really do truly arrive on the next album, and that was the album that most people picked them up on. Let's be honest. We all that was the gateway album to many people.
Yeah.
And then Art of Drowning was like the big break, and then obviously Sing the Sorrow was the major label debut. So
yeah, and put together. Not to shit on the Art of Sing the Sorrow, because I remember listening to it early. I managed to find a download of it.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
and I think I was like, Joe, come round.
Quite sure what to think of this. Yeah.
But I think we just sat there and fucking absorbed it like over and over.
It's like they're taking a massive leap forward on this, and there's obviously an aspect of their sound that they're focusing on, and so if hardcore is an element of their sound, this is where they're focusing on that hardcore element. and Sing of the Sorrow is the gothic element. The Sisters of Mercy, Baha,
yeah.
Joy Division,
Cure, all of that, yeah.
Or the 80s sort of
yeah.
melancholy shoegazy.
But they also started
full bore on that album,
yeah.
and that's something they needed to explore. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted that to be where they went and stayed, but it was good. I was happy they were exploring it.
Yeah, it felt natural.
Yeah, it was definitely a natural evolution, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes, one of the best albums.
Yeah.
Not just by AFI. If you were to say what is an album that really
a hardcore punk album, definitely.
Yeah. I'm new to I've been listening to Green Day. I like what they're doing. I want something a little bit rawer. What have you got? Because his voice isn't awful on this as well, and a lot of people are put off through his voice. It's still just snarly enough that the hardcore kids would like it.
You go the whole.
Yeah. It's almost as if he just fucking lost the ability to go with certain octaves.
Yeah. Anyway.
I thought you were singing to Long Turn at Shikari again. But yeah. So we'll go on to Black Sails in 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing this at Tools. Yeah, we're thinking about it. We're analysing the material, taking it apart and putting it back together.
I fucking hate Tool.
I don't hate them, but the problem with Tool is that a lot of their fans think they're really clever for listening to them. It's like, no, you're not clever. Yeah. They're clever.
Yeah.
They're clever making this music. You're not clever listening to it.
Yeah.
You just went to a shop and bought it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you clever. That's the problem at all. Leprous is another band as well.
Yeah.
It's like you like their album and you want to see them live, but you go to the gig and you're like, oh my God, everyone here is a douchebag.
Yeah.
There are bands like that, and it's like it's not that I don't like the band, it's just the fans fucking piss me off.
It's Converge. I remember going to see Converge and being massively disappointed, not just because the band looked like complete dicks, but because the fans were cunts.
Was that at the Underworld?
That was.
That must have been the show I was at, because I only ever saw them at the Underworld.
Yeah.
They massively... That someone fucked up there, because I've been to many a sold out show at the Underworld. This was sold out, but there wasn't a nice atmosphere.
No.
It was like something's going to kick off in a minute.
Yeah.
There was just too many people there. It was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it wasn't a nice gig. And as that was, I 100% agree. That was the concert that I was like scared at. Like,
yeah, it was like
there's gonna be
trying to work their way to the crowd to like just to get out or something. And people getting into fights because it was.
It wasn't
fucking
a nice
weird.
Yeah. And it really made me realise how much of a dick the singer is as well.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I saw him take a couple of swings at people.
I remember the bass player. Someone sort of jumped up on the thing, and the bass player, they normally like push him into the crowd. But it weren't a push. That was like he kicked, like he booted him. Yeah.
I saw the singer swing at a couple of people that had made it up to the thing as well.
Yeah.
And that just screams to me, you're a dick. Especially as the singer looks like the kind of guy that would fucking fold under a rainstorm. He's the second least offensive singer in the world if you count the fucking main singer from Evergreen Terrace, who just every time I look at him I'm like, how are you making those noises? You look like you'd wheeze if you were walking up the stairs.
That was a good band, Evergreen Terrace,
yeah. Evergreen Terrace for the tits.
And the guitarist was in a band called Casey Jones.
Yeah. He was actually recently in Fuck. I can't remember what they were called, but they were really good. Oh, Stray from the Path. No, not Stray from the Path. I'm going to look it up because this is annoying
Look
me.
it up.
Because they're a really good band and you should check them out if you haven't already. Caleb Jones. Is it that? No, can't
Doesn't
remember it.
matter.
I've got a t-shirt. Married to the Noise was the track. Married to the Noise. Who sings that track? Stick to Your Guns.
There you go.
There we go. Listen to Stick to Your Guns. The lead singer of Stick to Your Guns done an acoustic album with Nathan from Voices Fire.
There you go. I'm sure, yeah, because you had one guitarist from Evergreen Terrace was in Casey Jones, and didn't the other guitarist do
I think
something?
they were all done.
Yeah, they're all different.
Yeah, Evergreen Terrace. Casey Jones was a bit of a super group, I think.
Yeah.
But his vocal delivery is really fucking good. It's such a shame that he's not singing. He's still active. He's not in. Obviously, Evergreen Terrace don't do anything. They're not broken up, but they just don't do anything. And I don't think he's effectively in them at the moment. Just because, why would you want to be in a band that doesn't do anything?
Yeah, it's just one of those bands that didn't officially split, but they're just in limbo at the moment.
Yeah.
Right, I think we'll sum this one up.
Yep.
So, yeah, in summary, well, we pretty much covered it, really, didn't we?
Yep.
This
Great
is
album.
This is a perfect slice of hardcore punk. It's full of energy, full of attitude, full of piss and vinegar, full of hunger, full of rage.
Amazing lyrics.
Full of
really
skilled,
good lyrics.
Energetic musicianship. Fantastic lyrics, fantastic drums, bass, great catchy riffs, great vocal melodies. It's everything you want. It's a brilliant little album.
Yeah.
Again, we've still got a long way to go from what AFI would become, but this is definitely the first stepping stone towards that.
Yeah.
And
this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Or I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. Thank
Brilliant.
you for watching this. If you made it to the end of this, well, good luck to you.
This meandering mess of a conversation.
But as always, guys, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks
Always.
for coming on. And yeah, we're definitely following this up a hell of a lot sooner. And as for you, fine folk watching this, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay strong, and above all, stay sane. Don't let the bastards grind you down. This is us signing off.
Bye, guys.
Hello.